Welcome to My Life, My Money. Let's review some of my holdings I have and why do I have them. All right, the first one is Budweiser. This is one of my pandemic buys. I bought it because it was real cheap. I drank Budweiser, and since it's one of my pandemic buys, a late pandemic, I only got 26% on it. Apple. I started buying Apple lately because it's a excellent ring company, and they have a bright future. My next one is AT&T. I started purchasing AT&T maybe 8 months ago. I lost, how much I lose on this one? I lost $30 because they are doing a merger, and they declared they was going to drop the dividend once the merger happened. So that's why I lost some money. I'm waiting for the merger to be done because they're supposed to give me some free shares of another stock. All right, my next one is Bank of America. I like to be exposed to some financial markets. I am a Bank of America customer. That's why I got it. All right, my next one is H&R Block. I just purchased H&R Block this week or last week. And the reason I purchased H&R Block is because the dividend rate attracted me, and I actually use H&R Block. All right, the next one is Carnival Cruise. This is one of my pandemic stocks. As you can see, I am up 73% on this particular one. Once that stock turns to the long term, I will sell it and buy something else. All right, the next one is Coca-Cola. This is buy and hold. I believe everybody like Coke and go listen to it and they go and drink it. My next one is Comcast. Comcast is a late pandemic stock. I said people gonna be using the internet and all that type of stuff working at home. So the stock is up 41%. So that's the reason I got it. All right, Duke Energy. I used to have probably 30 shares of Duke Energy, but I sold off some of them to diversify in the utility section. I'll go show you that. But Duke Energy is an excellent company. They operate in a state I used to live in, North Carolina. They the network is in headquarters is in North Carolina. Has excellent dividend and just not excellent growth, but this steady slow growth. You can see how long I had this for, 32%, and I had it for about 4 years. All right, my next one is Facebook. I do own Facebook and another share, but this is my kind of pandemic stock. Facebook dropped down kind of low, so I bought a few shares and up 85% in Facebook. All right, Ford. I am a American. I do like Ford. I do like the F-150. I do like the Mustang. As long as Ford can sell that F-150, it's a route to get better. Now, recently, I used to have 100 shares. Recently, I just sold 8 shares to buy something else in this portfolio. But Ford is a long time holder, and I just started to be up on Ford. That's just happened. I just started to be up on Ford. All right, just right here, I just started buying this for the past month or so. This ETF focus on clean energy. I know the infrastructure bill will come out. I know Biden's pushing that clean energy, so hopefully this will wrap up pretty soon. I didn't make nothing on it, but it's fine. Kohl's is a company I use, and also it was one of my pandemic buys, so I bought quite a few shares of Kohl, and I slowly been cashing out once they turn long. And it's almost ready to cash out on that. You can see I'm up 181%. All right, M&G. I cashed out on my M&G stocks because they turned long, and it was another one of my pandemic buys. Okay, Microsoft. Microsoft is my buy and hold. I am so stupid. I was debating Microsoft maybe 3 to 4 years ago at $70. And I knew this company was going to last a long time because every time you go to the work office or any government, they only use Microsoft computers and Windows. They only use the operating systems. Also, Microsoft is working in the cloud now, so they got a lot of good things going on with it. All right, Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble is, right now it's a buy and hold, but since I'm kind of up on this, let's see, I'm up 72%. I'm still debating, but Procter & Gamble was a buy and hold because I like Gain, I like Dawn soap, and this company makes those items. That's the reason why I got it. And I know a lot of people are brand specific, and those items, Gain, Dawn, people go buy those. All right, this is Suave High Yield Dividend. I just started buying this. I did this to kind of like to smooth out my account. All right, Store Capital. Store Capital is a REIT. I've been buying Store Capital for about a year now. This company focuses on net leases, and it's the dividend is great. The growth is great, and it's just a overall decent company. Toyota, I just started to buy in the last month or so. I may get out of this position because at $182 a share, I could buy ETF, the world market ETF, almost the same amount, to maybe $50 more, and that'll shoot a lot more up than this. All right, Union One, that's Urban One Radio. This is the black-owned radio. This was a opportunity to play from last year because last year the stock jumped up 400%. I thought I was going to do the same this year. On jumped up 50%, but I decided not to sell all of it to keep some because it's black owned. Okay, VOO. I just started purchasing some VOO. I did this to kind of balance out my account. Okay, I believe this is energy. This is ETF energy for Vanguard. This is one of my pandemic buys. I sold out my BPEEP and purchased some more of this stuff. All right, this is the financial market is Vanguard Financial. I started to buy this, one of my pandemic buys. So that's what it is. All right, this is Vanguard Technology. Now the technology, I just saw the growth and I said, let me get some of that because it's growing real high. Okay, Vanguard, this is a dividend paying stock. This stock right here, this Vanguard VYM, it focuses on a lot of dividends. So this is kind of like a buy and hold, and the growth is not great. The growth is not great, but hey, it's okay. All right, this is the Darshino Vanguard, the Darshino sector. This is a pandemic stock I purchased during the pandemic. I remember paying $115 for it. And as you can see, it's $196. Okay, Vanguard Technology. This is high growth. Okay, Vanguard International Dividends. You got to have exposures to the international market. This hasn't been doing so great. I had this for a while, and let's see, only up 15%, but I'm not complaining. All right, this is Vanguard VNQ. This is a REIT. This is focused on REITs. The dividend is decent. The growth is not that good, but it's okay. All right. Vanguard Total Market. This is my biggest amount. This is the total market. I believe it's 5,000 different stocks in this one, and this takes up most of my percentage. As you can see, I'm up 39%. Now, when I don't know what to buy, and if I have around $200, I buy some of this because you cannot go wrong with this. All right, this is my Vanguard Utilities. So I sold out some of my Duke Energy and I went into this utilities to diversify a little bit. I'm trying to get this account to be self-running. So if I have a little more ETFs, I don't have to worry about several stocks going to zero or falling off right. I could buffer it a little bit. So, and also this was the after pandemic stock. Okay, Verizon. Verizon, this was the first stocks I bought in this account was Verizon. For most of my life, I was a Verizon customer. I am not a Verizon customer now. One thing about the stock does not really increase, but the dividend is probably around 5%. Let's check. Oh, damn, the phone messed up. Ah, shit. Well, we ain't gonna check today. Hold on. Oh, look at that. You wanna be, they playing game with me, man. They playing game with me, man. Well, boom, we ain't checking today. But on that list I had Verizon. Verizon's a very well stock. That's like a good savings account. And my last one was WMT, which is Walmart. I started purchasing well, you know Walmart is everywhere. I don't care what you say. Walmart, more money moved to Walmart than Amazon can even imagine. That's all I gotta say. Amazon is the future, but Walmart is America, baby. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, those are my accounts. Well, at least the account I hustle myself. All my other accounts is mostly built up on robot investing or some other kind of ETFs. I barely have to look at them. But that account I just showed you is my fun account. Again, this is my life, y'all, my money. Y'all guys take it easy and have a blessed day. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. All right, bye. Now, I do not want y'all guys thinking that stocks just go up. I did sell several stocks at a loss or a break-even point this year. Several stocks. On this page is 2 Chinese stocks I sold July the 29th. I sold those at a loss. Let's keep going. This Under Armour, I believe I sold that at a small loss or break-even point. I believe it could have been a break-even point. All right. GlaxoSmithKline, I sold that at a loss. BP, I sold that at a break-even or at a loss, a small loss. GEO, I lost my butt and sold that, I know, at a 50% loss. $300, $400, wherever it was. That's how much money I lost. Here's another BP sale. I sold that at a loss. This particular one I sold that in the gain. Here's another BP sale. I either sold that at a loss or I broke even. Under Armour, I believe this one I could have sold it at very little profit. GlaxoSmithKline, I sold that one at a loss or a break even. Here's another GEO. I sold that at a loss. Kraft, I sold my Kraft stocks at a break even after 2 or 3 years. Another GlaxoSmithKline, I sold us at a loss or break even. I had that since about 5 years. Here's another one, I sold this at a loss or a break even. And here's another one, BP. I sold this at a loss or a break even. A Kraft, I sold that at a loss or a break even. So guys, don't be confused. Stocks do not always go up. They could go down. You could lose money, but overall, I am up. But I lost at least this year. I locked in at least $500 to $600 or more in losses with this account. Now you don't want to talk about my options account, which is not on here. I lose money that all the time, but we ain't talking about that. But you can see stocks do not just go up. So I held on to stocks for 4 to 5 years to a break even point, or barely got a profit or barely lost some money. Then I sold them because it was no more opportunity. I saw bigger opportunities to use that capital in another place. So don't get confused. Just remember that stocks always just don't go up. Bye.